Hello my friends all over the world. William Poloniak here again from Whole Health Foundation. In my search for juice formula that will feed the spine, I've come up with several different formula. Let's take a look at today's formula. Here are the ingredients to today's juice. The tops from 3 beets, collard greens, French sorrel underneath here, some celery, a yellow squash, some zucchini, garlic, and ginger. In addition to that, I have 1 large beet and about 80% carrots. Let's make some juice. First thing I'm going to do is put in 3 ice cubes to cool down my cutter and my feed tube. We'll start with some celery. Next is zucchini. Remember to check your wing nuts. Rotate your bowl. Check your wing nuts. Now before I start my carrots, I want to point out that I'm very happy with the new maple wooden pusher that we have exclusively made at Whole Health Foundation. It has a tapered end, so even if you overstuff the feed tube, this is not going to create an impediment. It'll still work very, very well. So let's go to the carrots now. And if you have small carrots like I do, you can reverse them. Typically you put the large end in first, but I can put 2 carrots in, save a little time that way. Now I'm going to switch to the number 2 grid, which is typically better for carrots. You get a finer grind that way. Clean the juicing grid or the J grid that has 3/16 inch holes. I'm going to set that aside to clean it later. And next we're going to do the carrots. Now let's put in 3 ice cubes and then do the rest of the carrots. Now I'm done with my carrots, and I want to point out a little tip. At the end, there's always a little plug of carrot in here, so put some pulp in and force that last plug of produce through. So the next step is to remove the grid, clean the carrot off, remove the feed tube, clean it, reassemble, then mix your produce and start. Next I'm going to mix my ingredients. Rotate the bowl, and I found rotating it in both directions gives a better mix. So this time the bowl will go clockwise and then we'll go counterclockwise. And then the other direction. Now when I was juicing last time, I noticed my cloths started squirting, so I'm starting out with a new set of cleaned cloths. And we're going to fill these with pulp and start juicing. We'll get a collection bowl, put the tray in here, and 3 medium spoons in each cloth. And I'm going to show you again my less work 6 cloth method. Pull this over, flatten it. It's very important to flatten it. Pull it into as tight a package as you can. Pull this in and watch my folding technique with my fingers. I'm going to fold this under and set it aside. I'm going to press 2 cloths full of pulp at once because you get better pressure that way. Now my 6 cloth method. This goes forward, this goes over, the spent pulp goes on top, this goes in the juice tray. Centered, all the way back, back it off a little. Now here's the less work 6 cloth method. You do not throw this away. You put new pulp on top of the old pulp. In the beginning you put 2 spoons full. Toward the end you'll put only 1 because this patty is getting thicker and thicker as we go into the process. So the crease back here, pull it into a tight package. The tighter the better. That's about the perfect size right there. Advance a little bit. we're down to our last, so we're going to dance it all the way. Now as I'm filling my last cloth, I'm noticing my bowl is almost full, so I'm not going to advance this. I'm going to back it off. I'm not going to press the rest of the pulp out of this. I'm going to set it back. About 5 1/4 bottles with 1 full container of juice. And let's go back and make more juice. I'm going to pour this forward and press it all the way this time. Get the rest of the juice out of that as we fill the remaining cloths full of pulp. Pour it into a tight package. Flatten that. Fold it into as tight a package as possible. Set it aside. We're down to our last cloth, but we've already advanced that. We'll put these in the press all the way back it off a little bit, and we're going to repackage that. No more pulp, we're just going to reform the spent pulp into a tight ball, a thin, thick ball. Repackaging the spent pulp. Now on a Norwalk juicer you have a casting on the bottom plate. You can never leave it up this long. The solder plate is much stronger, it has a lifetime warranty. We've already got 8.5 ounces from 2 cloths full. Let's put this aside, put the last cloth. Well, before I do that, let me turn this off because I have 8.5 ounces here. I'm going to pour that in the bowl. Put the last cloth in the tray, centered. All the way back it off a little bit. My measuring cup wasn't big enough. There's another 3 1/3 ounces. So almost 12 ounces more juice so far. Let's put one more of these on top, see if we can squeeze another ounce of juice out of this. All the way back it off a little bit. The Whole Health Foundation Premium Model Juicer is the best juicer of its kind on the planet. The only thing better is a commercial juicer that we also manufacture, but that's a $69,900 juicer meant for large quantity juice production. And that's it all the way. Oh my goodness, we're going to get another couple ounces out of this. Oh, but look at the quantity of juice we're getting out of that. We've got another 7 ounces of juice out of the already pressed juice. The very last step for me is to top off the bottles. I got 17 bottles of juice. Now you might choose to fill your bottles to the top with 100% juice. For me, the juice is too rich that way, so I top it off with about 8% distilled water. There we have 17 bottles of juice with a Spine Health formula. Basically, a formula for your health is emphasizing an alkaline content. The formula I had today emphasized French sorrel juice, and not only does French sorrel cleanse every gland in your body, it tends to sweeten up your juice, and that's very unusual for greens that are usually very bitter. If you'd like to contact me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. I'll see you in the next video.